Hi and welcome to Sweets and Beyond. My name is Aida and today I'm going to be making a carne mechada or a Puerto Rican style pot roast. We're going to be using a pressure cooker. It's the Power Pressure Cooker XL that the good folks at TriStar sent me, but it does more than pressure cook. It has a whole bunch of settings. Here, let me see if I can move it so you can see it. It has for canning and preserving, soups and stews, slow cook, rice and risotto, beans and lentils, chicken and meat. That's the one we're going to be using today. It says time adjustment, keep warm, and cancel. It also came with a power cooking cookbook, a home canning cookbook, a little cup for measurement of rice, came with a plastic spoon ladle, also a Power Chopper XL. Inside the pot, it also came with a steamer tray, the canning and preserving little tray, and the best part about this, a removable insert which is non-stick for easy cleanup. Now let's get started. Okay, for the roast, I bought a 3-pound eye of round. In Spanish, I think it's called boliche, but it's 3 pounds eye of round. I trimmed as much fat as I could, but you still need a little bit of fat to make it taste really good. I'm going to be using about 1.5 cups of water, 4 to 5 carrots, just diced like this, 2 tablespoons of sofrito. Sofrito is a mixture of onions, peppers, cilantro, garlic, and sweet peppers that we just mix up in a blender. So I have a link to this on my channel and I'll link it down below also. I'm going to be using some adobo. Adobo is salt, pepper, garlic powder. It comes in a jar. Adobo. 2 tablespoons of canola oil, about 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, about 1/4 cup of cilantro, 4 garlic cloves, 2 bay leaves or 1 huge one. This is my own sazon, or you can use a little packet of it says sazon. 1 cup of tomato sauce, 2 Spanish chorizos, and it's a Spanish sausage, and about 1.5 pounds of red potatoes. This is all you're going to need to make an awesome carne mechada. Okay, first we're going to start with the filling. The difference between a carne mechada or a Puerto Rican style pot roast and a regular pot roast is that we stuff it with the chorizo, and I forgot to add, I love olives, some olives. So I removed the casing off of the chorizo and I chopped it up, and we're just going to blend this all together. And I have about 1/4 cup, maybe like 20 olives. We're just going to use half of them in here, and then when we stuff it, we're going to put them nice and whole inside and so we're just going to chop this. So before we start stuffing the eye of round, I'm going to press the chicken and meat setting right here. And it says 15 minutes, but it's okay, we can change it. All I want is for the inside to get nice and hot so we can sear our beef, and then we're gonna pressure cook. Okay, so now we're ready to stuff. This is how the mixture came out of the little blender, and this is perfect, and it smells amazing already. So we're gonna take our beef, and with a sharp knife, we're going to make a hole, and it's easier if you just lay it on its side. You insert the knife in, take it out, and make like an X. So you have, and you can twist the knife, if you can see, it made a nice hole. That's what we need. So So it'll go not completely through because we want to keep the stuffing in it. So all we're going to do is we're going to grab the stuffing and the olives, which we're going to alternate. We're going to put a little stuffing and we're going to put a little olives. So we're going to take a little bit at a time and we're just going to insert it here. And to make it easier, I just have this thin wooden spoon so we can just make sure it reaches to the end. I think it's time for an olive. You'll see how beautiful it is once you cut it, that you see all the beautiful olives and that mixture inside. And the best part, you don't have to season it inside because it's already seasoned. Because the chorizo has wonderful flavor, plus the garlic, plus we have the saltiness also of the olives. So that's basically it. We're going to stuff it and then we're going to sear it. Okay, so now it's all nice and stuffed. You can see it there. And now we're just going to sprinkle just a little of the adobo. And if you can't find adobo, you can, of course, you can use salt and pepper. It's to your liking. Just going to lightly sprinkle it all around, making sure everything is covered. And now it's time to sear it. Okay, so I placed the oil in there and now we're going to sear it. Hear that? How nice it sounds? So we're going to sear it on all sides. See, the great thing about this, the Power Pressure Cooker XL, is that you can brown in here without doing something separate. Look how beautiful. I hope you can see it. So we're going to brown it on all sides. Okay, so now that it's nice and brown, we're just going to lift it out and we're going to start building the sauce and all those yummy bits over here. So we're going to add the sofrito. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link down below of how to make the sofrito. So we're slowly just going to add everything. Let it cook for a bit because the sofrito is, like I said, it's peppers and onions and garlics and cilantro, but it's not cooked. So we take this opportunity to pick up all those brown bits from the bottom. It's really good. Gonna add the tomato sauce. And after this is done, we're going to place back the, here you go. We're gonna place back the roast and then we're gonna start pressure cooking it. Okay, so now the roast, I put the roast back in there, and if you notice, I haven't added the carrots or the potatoes because this is going to cook for 40 minutes under pressure. And we don't want the potatoes because the potatoes will disintegrate and the carrots too. So we're gonna cook this first, and then after the 40 minutes, we're going to add the carrots and the potatoes. Okay, so this is how you close it. Just like that, you see, it's in the lock position. This is open. This is the lock position. We are going to put, this is very important, this is the steam valve, the pressure valve. When it's like this, means that you're gonna, it's deep pressurizing, the steam is coming out. When it's in this position, that means that it's locked. We want it locked. Again, we're going to use the chicken and meat setting and we're going to put it for 40 minutes. So remember, the most important thing is make sure that the pressure valve is in the closed position. And it'll cycle like this because the 40 minutes do not start until the machine is pressurized. When it comes to the right pressure, then is when the timer will start. So this will take a few minutes, and once it's pressurized, it'll start the countdown. So we will see you when this is done. Okay, so the 40 minutes have been up, and see everything is 0. So now it's time to release the steam. So please be careful and use something to move it. And we will just let it there until all the steam is released, because you cannot open this until all the steam has been released. So it's slightly steaming right now. but the difference is it's unlocked and we can open it. So be careful when you open it because the steam, open it away from your face. And you see, everything is still in there. So now we're going to add the carrots and the potatoes. I just chopped in quarters the potatoes. So we're going to drop them in. And we'll be back when we have to set it again. Okay, so now we're going to close it again, just like we did before. And we're going to use the chicken and meat setting once again. And we're going to leave it at 15 minutes. So now remember, always remember, we have to go back and we have to put it to the close setting. So we'll be back when this is done. Okay, so it beeped, so it's ready. One thing I forgot to mention is that once this is done, it goes automatically into a keep warm setting. So it'll keep warm. So all the pressure is off. We can open it. It smells amazing. So now, just to check, I know it's done, but see? Nice and done. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it from here. I'm going to slice it and then I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so here you have it. After 55 minutes total cooking time, I have a beautiful Puerto Rican style pot roast or carne mechada. See how beautiful it cuts? And this is not even sharp. And look at the potatoes. How beautiful they are. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And after this, there's going to be a little box that says click to subscribe. Click on that. And if you're interested in the Power Pressure Cooker XL by TriStar, there's going to be a link down below. So click on that for more information or if you want to buy one. So that being said, buen provecho. See, look how beautiful it cuts. Try it.